All right, class. Good morning. It's Friday morning. Um, sorry, it's so late in the day, um, but a couple of students commented that it was hard to follow when I was running both the camera and trying to talk about the problems. So I've got my wife here um, shooting the video for me. All right. So what I want to do is start with problem 22. I do hope you're all being safe and warm on this cold snowy day. All right, so in part A, we have this asset that's used for business purposes, personal use purposes. And remember, we've talked about this before, that when I have a mixed use asset, that it's actually multiple assets. And so we have a business asset, we have a personal use asset. The total we paid for this was $30,000. 75% of that is $22,500 and $7,500 for the personal use. Here we have depreciation taken of $4,209, giving us $18,291 of the business use basis and the business use portion. We have the personal use portion of $7,500, and this gives us a total then of $25,791. Now, if we sell this asset for $25,000, we actually have lost $791. But it's not quite that easy because, again, we have to separate the business use portion from the personal use portion. And so if we sell it for $25,000, $18,750 of that sales price gets allocated to the business portion, producing a gain of $759. And that gain is in fact taxable. The sales price gets allocated over here of $6,250, producing a loss of $1,250. That's a realized loss of $1,250, but it's non-deductible because if you'll recall, we have this rule that says that losses on personal use assets are non-deductible. And so that's what we have here. This produced our overall gain of $791, but a taxable gain of $459 and a non-deductible loss of $1,250. All right, pause. All right, 22B. 22B is we purchased this land and building for a total of $330,000. Of that $330,000, $80,000 gets allocated to the land, and $250,000 gets allocated to the building. That's on our initial purchase. In addition to that, we did some building remodeling of $8,000. And we did some land improvements of $12,000. Insurance premiums for the $5,000 per year those are period costs. Those are immediately deductible. Those are not added to our basis of the land and the building. We deducted $70,620 in depreciation. Here $1,000 here on the land improvements. Well, I haven't totaled this up. Whatever this number is, this then becomes our basis in the building. This 80,000 is our basis in the land. Our basis in the land improvements is 11,000. And whatever this number is then becomes our basis then in the total. All right, pause. All right, problem 27 deals with this allowed or allowable rule. And what the allowed or allowable rule says is I have to take and reduce my basis by the greater of either the depreciation that I actually took or the depreciation that I should have taken. I have to take it by the greater of those two. And so what happened here in problem 27 is our farmer took actual depreciation of $12,500, but he should have taken depreciation of $15,000. And so I have this, I have my original cost of $25,000. My greater of the allowed or allowable is $15,000, and therefore my basis is $10,000. My sales price is $16,000, therefore producing a $6,000 gain. Now there's one thing that I don't like about this problem, and this problem gives the impression that I'm going to take all my allowed depreciation and all my allowable depreciation. I'm going to take the greater of those two. But that, in fact, is not the case. What I have to do is I have to take it year by year. So, if my allowed depreciation is, for example, 6,000, 2,000, 3,000, and that is the amount that I actually took, and my allowable depreciation is 2,500, 4,000, 4,000, and I have to take the greater of those two year by year. So I'm going to take 6,000, I'm going to take 4,000, and I'm going to take 4,000. And reduce my basis by the total of 6 plus 4 plus 4 because it's an allowed versus allowable amount on a per year basis, not on an aggregate basis. Pause.